Hello students, in this video we shall see how to construct a DFSM to accept strings of A's and B's such that L is equal to AWA. This means that all the strings, we have a language L and all the strings of the language have the format AWA, where it tells us W belongs to A plus B to the power n. This means that we can have any number of A's and B's. Okay, we can have any number of A's and B's where the format here is W belongs to A plus B to the power n, where n is greater than or equal to 0. So in other words, this is a language which consists of strings. Okay, all the strings which start with the A and end with the A. In between this, it can have any number of A's and B's. Okay, it can have 0 A's, it can have 0 B's, it can have 1 A or 1 B, 2 A's, 1 B, etc. Anything. We shall start the construction of the skeleton DFSM, and we know that for the skeleton DFSM we need first the minimum string, and then we need the alphabet. So the minimum string here is, we have a format, right? AWA, where W stands for A plus B. A plus B means any number of A's and B's to the power n, and n is greater than equal to 0. So if we do not have any W, okay, so W is raised to the power 0, what happens to the string? We get A and A. So the minimum string here is A. What is the alphabet? What's the alphabet? It is to accept strings of A's and B's. So we know that sigma is equal to A, B. With this data, we shall construct the skeleton DFSM. So we know that DFSM starts with a start state Q0. On Q0 state, what do we see? Only one input. And on receiving one input A, the first character of the minimum string, it goes to the second state. Okay. In the second state, we give the next input character of the minimum string. 2 characters are done. This is our minimum string. Therefore, we reach the final state. This is our skeleton DFSM. Step number 3. We know that in step number 4, we identify all transitions. We identify all transitions which we had not defined earlier. So what are the transitions which we had not defined earlier? On Q0, we defined for A and we went to Q1 state, but we had not defined for B. Right? So there's one transition which we have to find out. On Q1 state, we have defined for A, whereas we have not defined for B. This is our second transition which we have to find out. And on Q2 state, we didn't define for neither A or B. So we have 4 transitions to find out. That is, on Q0 state, if we give a B input, to which state will the DFSM move to? On Q1 state, if there is an input B given, to which state DFSM moves to, as well as on Q3 state, in case input A and B is given, to which states the DFSM will move to. Our skeleton DFSM went like this. We had Q0 state. On Q0 state, when we saw A, we went to Q1 state. On Q1 state, if we had seen an A, we had to go to Q2 state. Okay. And the transitions which we have to work on or define now is a transition on Q naught state. If we see a B, where do we go? On Q1 state, if we see a B, then on Q2 state, if we see a, and on Q2 state, if we see a B. These are the 4 transitions which we identified in our step 4. Okay. In addition to this, we have our step 3 transitions, and total all these transitions will make up our DFSM. Right? Okay. Now, in order to proceed with this transition, okay, to proceed with the first transition, that is on Q naught state, if we give a B. Okay. Before that, we shall see the condition of our string construction or the language. What does it tell us? That the strings of this language start with the A and end with the A. The strings of this language start with the A and end with the A. So can we have the DFSM move to the final state? Okay, this is the path for the final state, right? This is the path for the final state. To move to the final state, can we have the DFSM starting with B, accepting a string which starts with B? No, we cannot have. We cannot have, because the condition tells us that in order to move to the final state, we need to have the string which starts with A. Okay. Therefore, what do? In case we see a B or a string which starts with B, then we move to the error state or the trap state. We move to the error state or the trap state. Okay. We checked our first transition. Now we will go to the second transition, that is on Q1 state. On Q1 state, we see a B. Okay. Now, the format which we have of our string is, it should start with the A, and this is done, right? We saw this A in our Q0 state, and we have moved now we are in our Q1 state. Okay. In Q1 state, if we see a, we move to the next state. What if we see a B? We can remain in the same state, right? Because we are talking about this W, and the condition is that W consists of any number of A's and B's, right? Any number of A's and B's. Therefore, the DFSM will remain in the same state in case it sees a B in Q1 state. Okay. The next transition to be checked is in Q2 state. Next transition to be checked is in Q2 state, and the transition for the input, we are checking the transition for the input A. Now what happens in case, here we are seeing 2 A's and we are coming to the third character, right? This was seen in Q0 state. Okay, this was seen in case we have come to Q1 state, then we have seen an A or we might have seen a B. Okay, now we are here in Q2 state. In Q2 state, this is our final state, right? This is our final state. And to reach this final state, or in the final state, what is the condition? That the string should end with A. That the string should end with A. Therefore, in case in Q2 state we see a, then we remain in the same state. We remain in the same state. The next transition, Q2 and B. Q2 and B. Okay. We are talking about B here. Instead of A, we are talking about B. Can we have any string ending with B? No. A, W, A. A is okay. We remain in the same state, that is Q2 state itself. What about B? Can we have a B in Q2 state? we cannot have a B in Q2 state. Therefore, we check whether Q1 state can accept B. Yes, Q1 state accepts B. Therefore, we move back. In case in Q2 state we see a B, we move back to Q1 state. We move back to Q1 state because Q1 state can accept any number of B's. Okay. With this, the other state which talks about this input or remaining input is Q trap state, and we can have any number because once it goes to the Q trap, it is being trapped. The meaning here is if the DFSM moves to the trap state, then it is trapped here. So it doesn't matter about the inputs it receives after that. Okay. So in case we have a B, then what will happen? BA. In case we have a string like BAA and this string is given to this DFSM, then what happens? On receiving B, it directly goes to Q trap state. Okay. Then in the Q trap state, we can have any number of A's and B's. It just remains in Q trap state itself. So I'll redraw the DFSM. In Q0 state, if we saw an A, then we go to Q1 state, and Q0 state, if we see a B, then we go to the trap state. Here we can have any number of A's and B's. In Q1 state, if we see a A, then we go to Q2 state, and Q1 state, if we see a B, then we remain in the same state. Q2 state is our final state according to minimum DFSM or skeleton DFSM. Okay. In Q2 state, if we see a A, we can remain in the same state because it allows us to see two A's, right? Okay. And in Q2 state, if we see a B, then we go back to Q1 state. With this, we shall just check for the DFSM for a few strings. Okay. We know the minimum string of the language is AA, and then we'll use a 3-letter string A. We can have A, B, A. After that, we can have 4-letter strings. We can have A. Then we shall have A, B, A, B, A, etc. Okay. Make sure that these two characters, that is the start and the end characters, should be A. So we have start and end A. Here starting character, ending character A. We need to take care of this. So we shall just see if this language is accepted. Then we can also have strings like BA, B, BAB, etc. And we can even check input for that. Okay. We'll just traverse a few. This is done. This is the minimum string. So this is done. We shall take the string AAA. Okay. On Q0 state, we started with A. If you see A, where does it go? It goes to Q1 state. Q1 state, if it sees A, we go to Q2 state. We are done with 2 inputs. On Q2 state, if we see A, we remain in Q2. We are done with the 3rd input. We have finished traversing our string, and here the last state is Q2 state, which is our final state. Therefore, this string is accepted. The next string is ABA, right? Okay. We are in Q0 state. If we see A, we go to Q1 state. In Q1 state, if we see a B, we remain in Q1 state itself. Okay. Now, the 3rd character in Q1 state, if we see A, we go to Q2 state. We have finished processing our string, and the last state is Q2, and Q2 is the final state. Therefore, this string is accepted. We shall take the string with 4 A's. Okay, it's obvious that these strings are valid because the start string and the final string, final character is as per the condition, but we should just have a check again. Okay. we are in Q0 state, we see a A, go to Q1 state. In Q1 state, if we see a A, we go to Q2 state. And in Q2 state, if we see a A, we remain in Q2 state. And in Q2 state, again if we see a A, we remain in Q2 state. We have finished traversing the entire string, and the final state which we have here in the traversal path is Q2 state. Therefore, this string is accepted. Okay, I'll take this last string which I have mentioned here, that is A, B, B, A, and see whether this string is also accepted in the language. So in Q0 state, we take the first character, that is A. Okay, we go to Q1 state. In Q1 state, which character is seen? It's a B. Okay, if it's a B, we remain in Q1 state itself. Now in Q1 state, we see a B again, we remain in Q1 state. Q1 state, if we see a A, we go to Q2 state. We have finished traversing our string, and the last state which we have here is Q2 state. Okay, next I'll take this input, BAB. It is not mentioned in this language. I'm just taking an example string BAB. In case an input BAB is given to this string, what will happen? The moment the DFSM in Q0 state, if you give a B, where does this system go? It goes to Q trap state. Okay, and after that, once it goes to Q trap state, it sees any input. If it sees the input, it remains in the Q trap state. The next character which we have is B. It will remain in the Q trap state itself. So irrespective, once it moves to the Q trap state, it cannot come back to any of the intermediate states or even the final state. It will remain there. It's a one-way. Let us write the conclusion to this problem of construction of the DFSM to accept strings of A's and B's such that the first character and the last character of the strings is always A. So we know, we have already seen the DFSM. Let us construct it again. We have the start state Q0. On receiving input A, it goes to state Q1, and Q1 on receiving A goes to state Q2. Q0, if it receives a B, goes to the trap state, and in this trap state we need not worry about the inputs which are seen. Q1, if it receives a B, remains in the same state. Q2, if it receives a remains in the same state, whereas if it receives a B, goes to Q1 state. Therefore, the DFSM M, which is defined by K sigma delta start state and accepting state, is given by the states Q0, Q1, Q2. You can mention the trap state also, or you can even leave it, does not matter. A comma B is our alphabet. All the transitions, we'll write it in the form of a transition table. The start state Q0, the accepting state is a set of states. So inside the sets representation and transitions A and B, we have start state Q0. On receiving A, it goes to state Q1. If it sees a B, it goes to Q trap. Q1 state on A goes to Q2 state. On B, it remains in the same state. Q2 state on receiving A goes to Q2 state itself. But if it sees a B, goes to Q1 state. And then we have a Q trap state. If the DFSM enters the Q trap state, then we remain in the Q trap state. Also, please note that even if you do not write this, it is okay.